Shom Juji Inju Podoni, Tuson Sonji Ganjang. Ronsenji Gangan Sedanji Po, Zavlam Shala Soran. Those Roblo Nachu like yours. So some do much in that chitting, Yasom Mepo, Yuvajala. Same chin on the near the Danchana, Tambanam Jin, Tsard so. Good to everywhere. The way of the Buddha's path, very important when whatever we take or undertake activities, before that to generate bodhicitta. And bodhicitta is best source of happiness. Bodhicitta or kindness, or it's like warm-hearted, or it's like cheerful. Cheerful means looks like happy, and also concerning to the others, not selfish way. And if you have this kind of motivation or attitude or tension, and it is very good for everybody. It is very good for you. It is very good for others. Of course, it is not obligato, or it's like a rule you should. But this is like kind of the realities. When we look at our mind, and in mind there is three type of the thoughts, and in these three type of the thoughts, all the thoughts is included. Of course, if you divide or to detail more, there is many, and that is like three type of the thoughts are negative thoughts, positive thoughts, and neutral thoughts. But positive thought, the negative thoughts, obvious negative thoughts. And what do you mean negative thoughts? Means it's like kind of the making problems, tragedies, dramas, or I don't know, dramas, I don't. And the positive thoughts, why you say positive? Comfortable, happy, joyful, and everybody. And we say positive thoughts. Neutral, not really positive, not really negative. This sometimes can be learned positive, negative, both. Neutral means it's like it's difficult to. And then these true thoughts, principal true thoughts, positive thoughts, negative thoughts, positive thoughts, we say it's like one is destructive idea, one is constructive ideas. Constructive idea is to construct or to build happiness, and more making good things. But the destructive aspect is destroying. Of course, there is the movement. This movement destroys happiness. Therefore, we destructive. And negative thoughts, we say, poison, demon, and ghost and maker of the trouble to all the sentient beings. And that is the obvious. When we really to honestly to check. If we do not check, then it's okay. Let's say I'm angry. Okay, I am angry. And you don't think about the qualities of the anger. You don't think about the result of the anger. And we don't think about how much distracted by the angers. And then it's like, maybe without analyze, okay, I am angry. And why you are angry? There are different reasons. Of course, most is through the selfish. I can't get. Someone's beat me. Someone's give me harsh word. Someone's give me something unpleasant. I'm angry. The anger negative actions, in the Buddhacharya Avatar said, one instantaneous angers can destroy like eons meritorious, you can destroy it. And same also disattachment, ignorance, and other disturbed emotions like this. Then it's disturbed emotion is negative, that is truth. And then it's like the positive, there is many different type of the positive, but kindness, conservative way to thinking about the others, and related to the four immeasurable thoughts. Wonderful mind, excellent mind. We call the mind of the Buddhas or enlightened. Why we say that? Because this kind of thoughts make peace our own mind, happy, tolerant. And also when you have these thoughts, compassion or the like similarity of the Buddha's thoughts, idea, you are so beautiful. You are so kind of holy, fantastic, really. You are very much venerable. You are the jewel. You are the principal person. Whoever to see you, close to you, very happy. Therefore, it's a compassion, kindness. And also, it's when you have this kindness mind, and then it's the influence to your body, verb. Your physical or the body also infect or affect, effect by your compassion mind. Very gentle, wonderful. Verb also like this. Physically, you don't killing, stealing, not doing sexual misconduct. Verbally, you are kind of not doing lying or sowing discourse, harsh word, worthless chatting. You're never doing. You are holy, 100%. You are the superiors. Therefore, like now, supplicating to you, say, please generate bodhicitta. Make joke. If you say, bodhicitta, I can't. Okay, generate anger. If you like, you can generate desire. You can generate ignorance if you like. No problem. Continue, follow your own idea, anger, hatred, disattachment. And you hurting yourself, nothing else. And you hurting to the others a little bit. Maybe someone's nearby you, uncomfortable, unpleasant, almost want to say bye-bye. And that, if you want, you can do. That's no problem. And sometimes says like, maybe you order to me, I can't practice kindness. Or you need to order to me, I need to practice pure perception. How ugly. Okay, don't need to practice. It's in the teaching of the Buddhas. It's telling everything's realities, truth, reality. Buddha, he never said, if you put faith into me, then you don't need to do any positive things. I will bring you in the happiness or enlightenment. He never said like this. He said, I show you some methods. Which kind of methods? My methods. I used my methods. I realized the inner potential of the realities. It's making me such happy. Would you like that? If you don't want, he said, it's okay. Very much telling the truth. Of course, modern times, any kind of holy persons, beings, and trickery, selfish, foolish beings' perspective, unpleasant. We need to criticize. As much as we can accusate, that much we can do. We are doing. But reality, good, holy, compassionate, disappearing, like morning star, 100%, slowly. And evil, cheater, and aggressive, full of the disturbed emotions, no kind. It's appearing in the evening like stars, more and more come. Therefore, we call the decadent times, degeneration times. Time is not degenerate, time is not decadent, but we humans, beings, mind is deteriorated, then is the degeneration times. And times there is nothing change, but humans' mind particularly changed. It's change from negative to positive, wonderful, but not from positive changing into the negative way. Therefore, if you concerning to your family, yourself, your society, and also in the Buddha said your parents of the sentient beings, please to generate bodhicitta. And with the bodhicitta, we are studying this great book called The Word of My Perfect Teacher. I don't know, that is translated. And it itself has external or the ordinary preliminary practice, 6th chapter, and the inextraordinary preliminary practice itself, I think, is 5 chapters. And then, I think 5 or 6 chapters, or 6 chapters. Then last one is Poa chapter. But we are in the ordinary preliminary practice, and it itself has in the among of the 6 chapters, we are in the 4th chapter. It is wonderful, really wonderful. Why? It can give to us education of the right and wrong. And when we study properly, correctly, precisely, maybe when we have finished this causality chapter, or cause and effect, we understood a little bit our realities. What is poison, what is not poison. Of course, coding our propensity or the habitual tendencies is to do the positive things is quite hesitation, really lazy and unpleasant. When we're doing the negative things, it's very happy, enjoy. And this direction is very much we often lost. But we are struggling now. We are on the path of the accumulation. Maybe you are maybe more higher than that. Like me, is really the beginning of the path of the accumulation. And part of the accumulation, you remember, there's 3 classifications. And the first accumulation married, I may cite, I don't know really how to meditate on the 4 application of the mindfulness. Still I'm confused, my body, really my body is solid, my body is like deathless, or how it's contaminate or incontaminate. Still I'm searching. According my body, minds, there are 5 aggregations. What is different, my aggregations and externally aggregations? And also it's like I have, I don't know, the feeling. I have sensation, happy, sorrow, but still it's not clearly. And also phenomena. In the front of my 5 faculties, varieties of phenomena, but I don't know all of them. Exactly, Buddha says, phenomena are like rainbow, hallucination, dreams. It's really truth. Difficult to catch, difficult to chase after them. More close, more far, more close, more far. If you just leave, they looks like close. If you run after, they are more and more run away. Finally, nothing to get, nothing to holding. Like this. And also it's like the mind is. Yesterday we are talking about, I have mind, surely. Because I want to drink tea, I want, I don't want, I want, I don't want. It's mind, the sayers or teller. Therefore, this 4 subject matters, I'm still confused. Body, sensation, mind, phenomena. Therefore, I'm in the beginning of the path of the accumulation. And of course, I need to struggling. Surely, my kind of the anger is very strong. According to the angers, I don't recognize my secret defects, behave negative behaviors, characteristics. And then I'm struggling with my anger, my disattachment, my ignorance, everything. Probably you, someone's maybe mastery to over them. And maybe you go over controlling to them. Then it's wonderful. I want to become same as you, like Buddha, Bodhisattvas. But I'm very much struggling. And it's my problems, it's not your problems. And I have my own problem with my own disturbed emotions. And therefore, I'm now is talking about 10 negative actions. 10 negative actions are created by my own disturbed emotions. And these 10 negative actions to acting is almost an awful result. And these 10 negative actions we already studied. And the effect is like kind of 4 different perspective way, or to affect. And like a fully affect, and similarity to the cause, condition, proliferates. And now I think you also, in the how it is the similarity to the cause. For example, we've done some negative acts, like 10 negative acts in the past. The similar to the cause itself, true effect. And one is like an action effect, very much similarity in the past life. Like same as we are carrying this kind of actions. Like yesterday our body, verb, mind is very much similarity today. Yesterday our body, verb, and today is completely changed. Absolutely changed. But there are some similarities, it's a carrying. This is the similarity, action similarity to the cause. Experience similar to the cause. Of course, we are already studied. Today is maybe we can say harsh word. And also harsh word comes from the worst negative emotions, anger, jealousy, arrogant, proud, so on. The result or to experience of by the harsh word, to have spoken harsh words in a past life will not only make everything that is said to us offensive. We all the times perceive unpleasant. It makes to us offensive. I don't know. We never receive some good things because we don't know. Nobody's talking about our good qualities. Surely we have some good qualities. I myself, I'm all the time thinks I'm good, I have a lot of qualities. But I listened externally, they're talking very ugly things. Then it's kind of the offensive. Maybe I didn't do nothing, but why is the people criticize? Or it's like unpleasant talking. I understood now that is the similar cause, similar cause to the cause of experience of the negative emotion, which is the harsh word. And like this, therefore, it's someone's all the times telling to us unpleasant. Of course, we offensive. Also insulting. Whatever we do, give unpleasant to others. and everybody's look at us very ugly way, mood to showing to us very ugly way, and also all the times insulting, never respect, disrespect, then we become the offensive. But maybe in the past, our life, maybe we are like kind of done a lot of negative of the harsh word. But we'll also have the effect that everything we say provokes argument. It's true. Someone is naturally like this. If you make a joke, if you say something, if you like kind of whatever you say is provocative. And therefore we sometimes say it's better to follow the Shatapism. Because sometimes when we have nature characteristics, maybe we don't know, we cannot recognize. But when we say something very much the offensive to others, others become very much sad and angry and want to argue us. This kind of happen. Then we say we cannot complain to others. We cannot to lose self-confidence. Why? Why? Because we recognize it. I have these negative things from my verb. Maybe it's in the past I used a lot of harsh words. Now I have like verbally problems. To confess, purified, follow more Shatapism, and reduce blah blah blah. Like this. And also, harsh language is the word of the 4 negative actions of the speech. And there is one Tibetan mistake. That's no problem. I will correct. This is a mistake. The top no says the mare. The top say no. The top no says the Tsitsumunda ngok se. The top no says the pejiboji ngok se. In English, there's correct. Okay, this is maybe your English correct, Tibetan's mistake. I think so. The Dao means it's like all the negative actions. Here it says the harsh language is the worst of the 4 negative actions of the speech. If you say in Tibetan, the harsh word is worst of the 10 negative actions. It's not correct. But this is no problem. And that is true in our speech, negative speech. You know, it's lying, sowing discord, and worthless chaps. But harsh word is the worst action speech. Therefore, we reduce harsh word. As the proverb puts it, this I like very much. I studied it. I'm searching for many years this verb. Proverb. Probably. I hope there is adverb. Proverb put it in idioms, and particularly no educated, like original, like ancient grandparents has many this kind of saying something, examples. This is like proverb. Maybe you have synonyms. Do you have synonym? This one. Proverb, proverb, proverbs. Synonyms. Do you have? Proverb. Proverbs. Jikten pela se chale. Huh? No. It's a saying. It's just normal, general. This is proverb. It's in Jikten pe. It's like not comes from the written and like a kind of the like habit. It is like very ancient sometimes. This kind of proverb you cannot explain. You only in your own language, in your society, you have some like idiom. And you translate it, it's nothing important. Sometimes in your language, some proverbs is make very laugh or sad, angry, like poetic. But if you language translate into other language, it doesn't. Like therefore, sometimes when translators in some lamas they use the like a proverb, and then translated, and the people's not laugh, and then lamas, why you not laugh? And this kind of proverb. Here is the one proverb. It is not come from, I think that it's not text. It's just normal, like lay persons to say like this. Would have no arrow, no sword, yet they tear man's mind to peace. This is very much proverb. Proverbial put it. It is like a norm, like a, it's just like a, you go to in the nomad. Sometimes they say like this: don't give harsh word. Harsh word is not arrow, not sword, but harsh words can destroy it or make the peace of the other's mind. And this quotation is, I don't know, you can't find. I can't find any kind of the text. It's just the proverb. And therefore it is truth. It's an absolute truth. And harsh word is we need to take care. Sometimes I'm saying to my families, and maybe it's like you don't care to the others, and sometimes your conversations, and you very much direct to give harsh word, and digging something. I can't say it's like, maybe it's like my cousin brother's coming. He has a very strange behaviors. And if I'm say direct, you are very strange, you have very strange behavior, immediately this person is offensive, sad. And why you say me like this? I'm doing nothing. And because this person can't to recognize own defects, then you give direct to harsh word. Maybe our perspective is good. And make joke in London. I was there. I want to visit the Dzogchen Ranyak Patrul. Of course, my clothes all the time is really ugly. And I went to in the Victoria station out, and the police is watching. Then it looks like I'm really like criminals. Is wearing very strange clothes. I come, must you come to his? And then they took me in the police station there, and then say, you show me your bag. I have only my bag. But in our Sangha, Henry from Denmark, he called me. Said, Henry, now I need in the police station a cannot. And then the police said, stop your telephones. And then I said, Henry, yes, you know, I don't want to talk. I say something. And you need to talk to the police. And then the police is using very ugly I don't want to say it now. He used guy. His first ugly word and say guy, stop telephones. And then I stopped and what are you doing in England? I'm studying English. Oh, you go to in the school and ask to the teachers how it is how do you say it's like nasty things. He says other thing, nasty and provoke, insult. How do you say there's one other English or disrespect some things? How do you say it? If you give harsh word, how do you say? Not insult. Rude, that one. Did you study the rude? We are asked to you question. You don't to listen to us. It's rude. And okay, I will ask to the teacher. Surely it may be rude, but what you used the word, also I will ask the teacher, it is rude word or not. Look at me. Very carefully like this. And funny is the provoke is then it's like he is like say it's like using very, very ugly harsh word. And then I stopped and then he checked everything, nothing. But when I asked to you, you use telephone, this is rude. You don't listen to me. So then it's like you need to study rude. So, okay. So then if you use what you say me is rude, I make it like this. Sometimes it's like a harsh word. It is rude, like rude, okay? And unpleasant, disrespect. Maybe you can to say something such like kind of intelligent way and like kind of provoke or like kind of like say direct to faults to this person. This person other ones become speechless and the but inside very much offended. You said you did me like this. The next time I will. Then it's make problems, and then it's after it's maybe but inside already poison, inside sickness, and therefore the harsh word is very much taking care. And it's Patrul Rinpoche all the times give advice. Even you are fighting, okay, argue. Really is like that moment you never dig out this person's defects. And if you like kind of the bitter, people can bear, no problem. And also it's like something is maybe angry, a little bit maybe you give harsh word, so something is okay. But it says, if you dig out, like a kind of maybe this person has some, facts in the body, in the verb, particularly on the past. Maybe this person's done some negative things. For example, maybe robbed, or maybe did some sexual misconduct, or maybe it's like something's shameful things to did, and then you dig out to say, I know you are like this. Then it's really people's very, very provocative, very provocative. When I watch in the presidential argument in America, Donald Trump and the Clinton's wife, they argue. Oh my gosh, it's like how they are civilizations. It is their own people as they criticize. First is Donald Trump, he is very clever. And secretary said, secretary. And then in the Clinton's wife, I don't know her name, but doesn't matter. And he said, it's like, if I may become the president, I will to make the America blah, blah. But Donald Trump is, I don't know. Reality is that Donald Trump don't pay tax. And Donald Trump is not successful because he is rich. Why? It comes from the father. He is normally is not very good for the workers, blah, blah. Then he's angry. And then it's like he's provocative. Oh, very, very harsh word. And particularly, yes, both of you your husband and yourself to done in the Americas. She's completely speechless. And he takes so many ugly words, ugly said. Then I thought, this is really civilization. And like this, sometimes it's like a harsh word. It's really, she's a red face, very angry, but of course still showing smiling. And normal, I think she want to, to go in the butt to that. And like this, sometimes you dig others' secret or defects, then other ones are very much offensive. And in this perspective, sometimes when we're angry, okay, a little bit, but never to dig out defects. Or maybe it's yesterday I said, if you have really compassionate, qualified teacher, why not? Wonderful. Sometimes we need to dig out our secret defects. Wonderful, because we need to correct. It's like sometimes people say, it's like, can you give me suggestions? Can you give me advice? I want to do this and that, but it's very difficult. Thank you. You are a little bit kind of corrected to me. Beginning, I'm not happy, but finally, it's thank you. Maybe some compassionate, kindness. Not kind of arrogant, not proudly, I'm like better than you. It's like not like this. Some is a compassion, kindness, to a little digging out to our secret defects. It looks like harsh word, but maybe it's not. It's good. Otherwise, of course, it's like a pretendly someone's like me. It's like pretendly to take the teacher position, then to dig in the student and the secret defects. It's not good. Very bad, as I would to say. I'm like kind of, I want to stop like this. Sometimes do I? And this is not very good. And the qualified teacher or the really serious someone to a little bit to okay, harsh word is wonderful. Otherwise, harsh word is never. It's like it doesn't work in our societies. Even the like kind of the parents in order to correct to the children, if you give a harsh word and unmistake things, it's like really children keep their mind. My parents give me very harsh, ugly speech, give me, never forget it like this. And the big kind of offensive, it's like received, then they all the time, they life. I talked to you, it's one black guy. He has his father, he loves him very much, but he all the time is to look at his son's activities. He never happy because his expectations too high. And then he think maybe if I'm saying the bad boy, maybe it can work. And he all the time, bad boy, don't do that. You should become good. Every day, bad boy, bad. And one day, and he serves tea, the son, can you give me, he not call it my son, bad boy, give me my tea. And then he serves. And he look, maybe what tea is not cup or something, tea. Look, you're doing like this. I'm very disappointment. You a little too do nice, bad boys. And then he's look at this father's face, and his cups like this. Father, I'm completely fed up. I'm going away. Then he said, I lost my self-confidence. I never ever think I'm a good person. Why? Because my father all the time talked to me, bad boy, bad boy. Like this, even the parents use the harsh word. It's not very good. And therefore, the harsh word is not arrow, not sword, but to kill the other human beings. Mind is very easy. Therefore, we need to take in care. And to suddenly provoke hatred in other person, or worse still, to say even a single offensive word to a holy being. And here is like kind of if you make the very strong anger in our others' mind streams, then you can use harsh word. And if you use that kind of harsh word, suddenly it's provoked to the others. It's incredible that kind of the others is hated. And then you is like to create others become angry, and this person's be angry, maybe this person's destroyed a lot of accumulation merit. And then you done a lot of negative things. Is you done negative things, the result for you. It's not very good. And therefore, and it's like hated in other persons. Or worst, there's worst things to say even a single offensive word to the holy beings. Holy being is like kind of the very important things. For example, in front of the children, if you give a harsh word to the parents, all the children is like offensive. I make a joke, okay, this girl is Nachacha. And I remember once is her uncle, Lama Tenda, and my young brother, her father, went in the airport. My brother's all the time doing funny things. And then they are like kind of Lama Tenda's laughing, and he's doing this and that. So she was angry like this. Why you said? Of course, one is like her uncle. And Lama Tenda just make joke, nothing too serious. But finally she said, of course, everybody's make mistake. This is what wrong? That means it's like, why you criticize my father? And like this is, what is the most important person means? Like holy means it's like, for example, if someone's very much compassionate, looks like, for example, if maybe it's a few millions people really fully respect to the holiness, Dalai Lama, love, want to follow and praise it. If someone's criticized a little bit that, then you make the offensive to many thousand millions people. Like a kind of there is one lamas, it's like our holiness cannot give empowerment through the internet, not good, said that. Choose this one word. It's all the most Tibetan majority people is exploited. Really, really. Someone's crying, why you say it? Holiness can't do that. Holiness is holiness. Why not? Millions of people they expecting. What do you say like this? Like this, when we is like to give harsh word, some very important. The holy being means compassionate, and some in the commune to someone's respect to object, very important person. If we give harsh word to criticize that, maybe it's we making offensive to everybody, these communities. And then therefore it's like very much like negative, it's worst negative, this thing. Therefore, and we should to taking care. Negative word, we can to say the harsh word is why sometimes we give harsh word to others. It's like we are like kind of a little proud. I give this kind of reality is not. We should to take care like this. Then it's also the harsh word to make the course many lifetimes to be spent in the low realms without any chance of the being released. Like harsh words to making really is like provoke to others, harsh words to make sad to others, harsh words destroy the many, and therefore also comes from the harsh word comes from also very ugly, come from anger, jealousy, and hatred. And also it's like the cause of the harsh word is negative, and also the harsh word itself also negative. And if you present to harsh word to others, also negative. And all like whatever and they participate to the harsh word, it is negative. And therefore it is the result experience or is similarity to the cause, the harsh woods. We are many years, life and lifetime is spent in the low realms without any chance to release, like this kind of. Now we look at this kind of being released. And reality is like we give harsh word. It's a result to us, nothing to others. There is one, is like kind of the person's history. It is said that the Brahma, really, named it the Kapila, once insulted the monks of the Buddha Kashyapana. I think this is in the historically in the Buddhas, and maybe it's this Kapila. It's like kind of the because it's like his sons, many is like village, and young people become the monk and the follower of the Buddhas, and then it's like a kind of the once he and the Buddha and his students coming like carrying the begging bowls, and then he thought it's like it's a good chance. I want to criticize, insult, and to say it's like they don't want to work, and then they need begging food, and kind of the say that now like this. Then he says like you are not enlightened, you are not good, you be lazy, and all the now villages like young people become the monks, nuns, and then it's like you destroying our societies. Our societies like to marry and to be successful, to make a business, to make a war. This kind of now you are stopped, and like this, and now you are like even the yourself you cannot survive. Then coming to the begging the food, and he is beaten a lot, and like this, and the monks beat, and they come back very sad to the Buddha. We can't get nothing. And then Buddha said, like, so very good. That is the best your path. Do not lose the, self-confidence. And I think this is like the Kapila. Is he insulted to the monks and like this. And also he calling them, it's a very, very ugly, harsh word. It's like a kind of harsh word says, you look like a horse head, look very ugly, and ox head, and the many other animal, dog, and then he, whatever he's coming in the word, and he's calling like this, such names. And he was reborn as the fish, like sea masters. And with the 18 head, he was not released from that state for an entire kalpas. It's like our humans' life is impossible to calculate. Once entire kalpa, and he be like this, like kind of the 18 head, and this is like kind of result. Therefore, if you give harsh word to others, reality is like we destroyed ourselves. We don't want to become like this kind of strange animals, and also maybe very much sufferings, and to even the difficult to look after one head, and 18 head, how we can to look after in the maybe 24 hours to clean. Impossible. And makeup on I think impossible. Doesn't matter, we can drink tea, coffee, half an hour.